Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show as we talk about WWE Bad Blood. Bad Blood. Okay, that was terrible. I'll tell you something that wasn't terrible. Was this show? Shout outs to them for getting the job done because they started it early. I mean, pretty much we all know the reason why it started early because they booked between the UFC pay per view and the WWE PLE on the same day. And normally, how these events been going, they didn't want any conflict when the actual pay per view started. So we knew this pay per view, the PLE, was gonna be over by 9. So they kind of finished it around 8:30. Shout outs to them. It was overall a pretty good card. How do y'all like these 5 pay-per-view cards? I don't think I really like the 5. It's like when it comes to WWE, they have the 5. AEW seems like they have about 15 of them mugs. And I think that's too much. But I don't think 5 is enough. I think it should be a middle ground. We get by 7, 6, 7. I think if we can get to that 6 to 7 range, maybe 8, depending on the match, that's to me for a 3.5 hour show would be the best option for both companies because their crap be kind of long. Hello. So if they can eliminate that from being so long, I think that would benefit both companies very, very, very much. And then James comes on, says, "Let's go Vanderbilt." From earlier, yeah, Vanderbilt beat Alabama, and I don't think we recovered yet from that. But they beat them down to the floor. They got the job done.
Can I get a technical short?
1308. Cool.
Appreciate it.
Have a good one. Yeah, guys, we up in here talking about. Yes, I am at work. If everybody's coming in, wondering, am I working? Yes, I just had to ring up a customer just now, so that's why I wasn't on camera. I try not to get the actual people on camera. We're gonna ignore that question. They good. We had Bad Blood went down. Everybody who's tuning in right now, I appreciate that. But the subscribers, we're here. We're talking about WWE Bad Blood, UFC 307 prelims. If you want to talk about that, we can. You want to talk about Alabama losing to Vanderbilt? Unfortunately, we could talk about that. You want to talk about Auburn losing to Georgia? We could talk about that. You want to talk about Florida State struggling? We could talk about that too. We can talk about all things sports and combat sports. And that was a funny comment. I'll give you that. Bama fell off. They definitely fell off today, man. They just couldn't get the job done. And I'm really want to talk WNBA. We could talk about that as well. The Liberty I think gonna get the job done. I think the Liberty is gonna beat the Aces. What's going on? Man, that Bama needs to trade. That's hello back. Vanderbilt has a chance of beating. Vanderbilt has a chance in any game now, apparently, since they beat Alabama. But the issue with Alabama to me is that Alabama gotta stick recruiting to the South, man, and get some better defensive players. I don't know what just happened there. Am I at work? Absolutely, I am at work. But I multitask. I get the job done. Yeah, man. If you're new to the channel, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. If you really like what you see and you want to donate some money to your boy, you can head over. You can do a super chat, a sticker, any of that stuff. I appreciate it. You bet 4,000 on Bama? Woo, that's a tough one. You can do the Cash App, Jonathan Lymon Brand. Also, shout outs to ADTs.com. Bad Blood, man. They went down, man. CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre. Yeah, I saw that Arkansas was beating Tennessee. Both of them teams are struggling right now. I expected more out of Tennessee, especially how Tennessee beat Oklahoma. The message, what's up again? Good show, 4 out of 5 stars overall. I appreciate that. What do you think about Roman Reigns coming back? Can you make a shout to me? Lane Tiggert. What's going on? Roman coming back was cool. They had the match. I kind of hate that Cody Rhodes teased something on the Pat McAfee show. So with that tease, it made people think The Rock was coming back. So I kind of hate that he did that. Sometimes he does that sometimes too much. He wants to be that hero. He wants to be like, hey guys, well, this is gonna make sure you tune in. Nah, I don't want to know. You don't need to know that. Who does Rock face first? Cody or Roman? That's tricky. Depending on how they go, depending on how they do that. So like it should be Roman. I feel like it should be Roman over the control of the bloodline, but you almost probably need to do Cody too. What's your favorite Roblox name? I don't know. Yeah, man. Punk versus McIntyre. Oh, it went down, man. Oh, it went down for real. I didn't know. Okay, cool. No. Wrestling has fallen off as well. This is an upward trend. It's doing better, but yeah, they need to make bigger stars. That's something that they have kind of been struggling with over the past few years, but it's getting better. Overall, the product is better. They still figuring things out. No Vince McMahon anymore, so that's a plus. Which was definitely a plus was tonight, man. Punk versus McIntyre. And they put on a great show, man. Fight of the night. Match of the night by far. One of the better cell matches you're ever gonna see. They bled, they went back and forth. They both went out there and put on a show. You heard them stories about in the past that people have been like, come back from after that match and do the curtain and be like, tell everybody else, beat that. And to me, that was one of those moments, man. Yo, beat that. And I don't think anybody else came close to beating that. I get why they made the switch because of the return of The Rock. Which Rock came back. Which could have been a postcard. Cool, he was there. If you smell, that was cool. He ain't do nothing. So, meh. My opinion, it was meh. But it wasn't meh. CM Punk getting the job done, beating Drew McIntyre. Their story is over. Or at least it's over for now. So we'll see what happens with that. Nia Jackson, Bayley. This part of my issue with the 5 matches. I think this match went on way too long. Nia gets I like the finish. I give them credit for the finish, but the finish could have came 5 to 7 minutes before that. And I feel you on that. So Nia got the job done. I want her to stay the champion. I'm really curious to see the whole Nia and Tiffany Stratton storyline, see how that plays out. But if they do it right, Tiffany Stratton should get she's going to get a pop anyway, because people always pop when people cash in money in the bank. But if they do it correctly, when she beats Nia for the belt and cashes in money in the bank, she will become a superstar in that moment. So they got to make sure they do the little things right with her, but she's gonna become a superstar when she cashes in and does it right. If they don't screw it up, and they shouldn't screw it up. I think I'm missing the Wonder Boy fight right now. I want to try to go back and watch that. Shout outs to the Wonder Boy. I never forget UFC 209. I told his mom that her son was going to get knocked out. Priest versus Balor. Match, it is what it is. We got what we thought we was going to get. Liv versus Rhea Ripley. Let's go Aldo. Yeah, Aldo's going against Mario Bautista. I think this is a good one for Aldo. I think after this fight, they're going to have to figure out what they're going to do with Aldo. Are they going to continue having him go against the up-and-comers? To me, the fight to make, the next fight for Aldo to make, and he hasn't been around, he hasn't fought much either. I just think it would be cool for the MMA fans of 10 to 12 years ago. Give me Jose Aldo versus Dominic Cruz at 135. Take my money. I really want to see that fight. I wish it would have happened already. Mayweather, good boxer, great defense, give him credit. He was able to make people feel emotion when he fought. He was able to make people want to pay to see him lose. And he didn't lose. He got paid a lot of money for that. And then the finish, well, it wasn't really a finish in the Liv and Rhea match. Raquel Gonzalez Rodriguez, whatever you want to call her, last name wise. Lane Tiggert. What's going on, man? I think I did that before, but do you think Jake Paul gets dominated by Mike Tyson? Oh God, no. I think Jake Paul is gonna, I hope that fight really doesn't happen, but it looks like it's gonna happen. Jake Paul is going to beat down Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson should not be boxing. If he is going to be boxing, he should have. It should be more like what him and Roy Jones Jr. did, not him going against a guy this younger than him who has speed and has some power. I don't like this at all. I think I missed. The Mayweather fight ruined McGregor. It didn't ruin him. It just made him a bunch of money. I mean, McGregor held his own. That was an event. McGregor got paid. So big ups for him for getting paid. And did he lose the hunger after that money? Probably. I will say, though, it is a big what if for Conor McGregor. The big what if is, could McGregor have won the third title? Because he won at 145, won at 155. He was champ. Naturally, winning two, you would think, hey, let me try to get a third. Yeah, at one point he lost his hunger. I mean, like I said, I give him credit for getting paid, man. And he took a lot of time off. But what would have happened was he would have gone for that third belt at 170, which would have been against Tyron Woodley in his prime. Woodley would have dominated him. But someone, I would say this, and it involves Jake Paul as well. It was a few weeks ago that it was on Twitter. I try not to get on Twitter because it's just toxic. But it has something about how McGregor could he have won the third title. People were like, remember what happened with Tyron Woodley at the end. We remember the Jake Paul fight. We remember him losing at the end of his MMA career. But Prime T Wood was something serious. And McGregor would have been way too small for him. And he would have got paid. T Wood would have gave him that work like Rihanna. Jake Paul is in his prime. Tyson's more strategic now, but not stronger. We don't. Yeah, it's not gonna put. It's the GOAT output. Yeah, I don't know about that one. And then the main event we got. Let's see what happened. Hello. Hello. That'd be 417. Have a good one.
And give me 2 packs of the Marlboro Black and Red 100s, please.
Everything going okay tonight?
Yep. How about you?
It's going all right. I'm just here.
Yeah. Good?
Yep.
You got till 10 o'clock?
Yeah, 10 o'clock.
It's almost there.
Yep.
Have a good one, man.
You too. All right. Who is your wrestling Mount Rushmore and what's your MMA Mount Rushmore? You realize fighter strength is the last to go. Tyson still hits like a monster. I mean, we all saw those Pat, and he did a few years ago. Uh, yeah, but he ain't walking that great. Wrestling Mount Rushmore. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get on out of here because I got to charge my phone. Hopefully, catch the end of the Wonder Boy fight, which I don't think I will, and get ready for the pay-per-view because it kicks off with Caitlin Vieira versus Kayla Harrison, who I am such a big fan of Kayla Harrison. I can't wait to see her dominate tonight. So on a Mount Rushmore, it's 5, right? Is it 4 or 5? Yep. Somebody let me know if it's 4 fighters or 5. I think it's 4. Okay, 4. That's what I thought. When it comes to wrestling, I think you have to do it, even though you could go back even further, but what they did, I'm not the biggest Hogan fan anymore. Got to put Hogan in there. The run that Austin had, the popularity for that short period of time, got to put Austin. I would still have to put The Rock there. And number 4, I might put Cena just because of what Cena did, how he had the company, held the company up. But that one we could go back and forth with. I wouldn't put Taker in it, but Taker would be close. MMA top 4. Mount Rushmore, who I think of the 4. John Jones, Anderson Silva, GSP, and Mighty Mouse. Mighty Mouse doesn't get the credit that he deserves. Mighty Mouse is the most, I'll say this, Mighty Mouse, Demetrius Johnson, is the most complete fighter out of everybody. He was able to do everything great. He had it all. Because for as great as John Jones is, he can knock out a grape. Matt Hughes, I said somebody put Matt Hughes, I don't know where you get the Nate Diaz from. But Matt Hughes had a great run, Matt, at 170. Remember him lost to BJ, and I think the GSP dominance makes me not put him in at 170. I'm not as high on Matt Hughes as a lot of people are, but the welterweight GOAT situation is interesting because while I think depending on what day I feel, you could put Matt Hughes 2 through 4 in the welterweight GOAT situation. The 1, the GSP got it. 2, I would have to almost put Usman's run as number 2. I want to put Woodley run at number 3 and put Matt Hughes run at 4. But if people were to tell me no, we're not going to put Matt Hughes at 4, if we're going to do GSP, Hughes, Usman, Woodley, I'll be fine with that as well. Hey, Kirk, my favorite cousin, doing this thing. I give him credit. No, I like hats. I needed a hat. This store had a Houston Texans hat that was way too dirty for me to try to do anything with, and an Atlanta Falcons hat. Where I live, you can kind of pass off being either a Saints fan or a Falcons fan, and nobody will bat an eye. So I was like, man, I'm just gonna put on the Falcons one. It goes with the red I got and everything. I mean, the Texas one would as well, but I had to just pick one. How would you rate Bad? Yeah, I was here talking about Bad Blood. Bad Blood out of 10, I would give it a good 8. Solid show. I don't like some of the things WWE doing with the PLEs, but it is what it is. Nothing horrible. LeBron and MJ is my GOAT. I would say that as well. All right, guys. It is 8:59. I get off in an hour. So, and in an hour, I got to have everything together so I can head on out here and drive 30 minutes to go to Hooters and watch the pay-per-view there. I might have be watching it before that too, but I gotta go. I want to go to Hooters to watch it live. So I need to be out 10 o'clock, 10:01. I'll be on a highway speeding. Nah, I'm just playing about that part, but I'm gonna be on the highway, so to do that, a couple things. I need to charge my phone, also finish up some stuff here, and so I'll be ready to go. And yeah, guys, should be live. I'm going to go live after. I might make a Florida State video whenever that game is over and stuff. Should be soon. I should be live after the UFC pay-per-view ends. I don't know if I'm going to be live exactly where the moment it ends and be in Hooters talking about it. A lot of that depends on the time. If not, I'll probably be in the parking lot in my car for about 15 minutes or so, chatting about the pay-per-view. All right, guys, I'll talk to you all later. Thanks for everybody who came in and tuned in. We're having a good time. I enjoy the live, building up the brand, building up everybody. Also, I got 10% left, so this bad boy needs to be charged. I'll talk to y'all later. Technically, it's probably going to be tomorrow because lately these pay-per-views been long. Yeah, I'll talk to you all later.